Hello YouTube, it is Saturday, December 5th, around 1:30, maybe 2, and we're going to do some work on the Torino today. And what has happened to it, I was driving it around during Thanksgiving break and I blew a power steering hose. It was one of these two little hoses here. They both go from to the power steering cylinder and hook into the control valve, and I'll crawl under it and show you what that is if you don't know already here in a minute. But these hoses, you can't really walk into an AutoZone or Advance or any place like that and actually get them in stock. If you look on their websites, they'll say they have them, but you have to order all of them. They showed one store here in Louisville that did show that they had them, but something was wrong with the pricing, and I just went ahead and ordered some off of eBay. But kind of wish I'd looked into the AutoZone ones because these are not the exact same thing. They were supposed to be in. I got them for 30 bucks for the pair. I got another one just like this. I know that doesn't look new, but I got them wet. But anyway, I thought this was going to be an easy hose swap installation, but you almost have to have your assembly off the car just to get your wrenches to them. It's not a fun thing to do. The Mustangs are the same way. It's pretty much the same setup, I think. But what I'm going to try to do before I may if I have to order some, I'll go look through a company called Dennis Carpenter. They are good at selling stuff that is exact to the original. A lot of parts. But I'm going to try to make these work. I'm going to do some bending and manipulating, and really the easiest way for me to do this, even if my hoses were the exact same thing, it would still be easier to do this. I need to actually drop the whole assembly and get it on the bench. As you can see, okay, there is the cylinder. Try not to show you this upside down. Sorry about the finger. But there's your power steering cylinder. Hooks to this rod right here. Forgot the name of it. Oh, and it goes through here. Here's the cylinder rod. A rubber boot's supposed to go over that. I have never used one because my headers may possibly melt it. I did order a new one. I may end up putting it on and get some insulated header wrap for that. But here's where the hoses go. This is my other new one right here. I got it on loose. And they hook into, see if you can see this control valve right here. Also need to look up a diagram, see which hose goes where. I've already I should have took a picture of it, but I didn't. But I'm sure I can find a diagram online. I do know if you get these hoses swapped the wrong way, it will make your power steering do some stupid crazy stuff, because I did it a long time ago. What it will do is, as soon as you try to turn the wheel, your steering wheel will go nuts and just start going back and forth like that, hard enough to where it'd probably break a wrist or something if your hand was in the wrong place. So I think the easiest way for me to get these hoses on is go ahead and drop this whole assembly. I tried to knock this out with my ball joint separator. It just is not cooperating. I've been beating for about an hour on this thing with a pretty good size hammer and a nice ball joint separator. Not working. So I'm hoping that these will come out easier. Right here, tie rod ends. If you can see that. There's one there, one there. This isn't hooked to anything. The control valve, it just goes on, it just is attached to this rod, and it will all hopefully come out in one assembly. And yeah, and I'm going to have to unhook it from the pitman arm right there, and hopefully that will come out easier. I'm going to get the whole assembly out, get it on the bench, see if I can't do some bending and make my lines work. If I can't, that means I've wasted $30 on some lines, but I don't have any other use for them now. I could probably send them back, but since I will probably end up having to pay shipping, so I'd be better off trying to make them work. So anyway, I'm going to try to get this thing off, and we'll see how it works out. Okay, I may or may not include this segment in the video, but if I do, I'm just going to go ahead and show you that the actual tie rod ends broke off from the main link here with not too much fuss. Had to do a little beating, and of course whenever you use a ball joint tool, separator tool like this one, you almost always damage your dust caps. So I will probably have to go get some of those. I think I can get them from a local parts store. Pretty sure I can. But I mostly want to make this little segment so I can remember which hose goes where, which I already got those undone, and I just had a drop of power steering fluid drop right on my forehead, almost in my eye. Anyway, this, okay, on this side, this hose right here is the return hose, which is the old rubber style one, and the one I had to make a long time ago because I couldn't find it, I think that is the actual pressure hose, because it's made out of steel braided line, and it goes on this fitting up here. I don't even know how this is going to look. Okay, let me see if I can get a better view. Okay, anyway, it goes on like the right hand side if you're facing this, on top of the control valve, and the other one on the left hand side. Okay, let me shut off this camera and hopefully get the rest of this out of here. Okay, now it's Sunday afternoon. I got that assembly out yesterday. Had it done by late in the day. It wasn't an easy task. It was a frustrating thing to get out of there with the big block headers in the way and all the power steering fluid dripping everywhere, even though I tried to drain everything. But it just is not a fun job to get out of there. But I got it out, and the next thing I need to do is go ahead and I'm going to press off the steering cylinder, which is this part right here. I could not get it to come loose with a ball joint separator. Probably not a good idea to try it anyway. It could tear it up. And the reason I need to go ahead and take this off is there's a rubber boot right in here. Not sure how well you can see it, but I'm not taking my setup down right now out of my press here. But I bought a kit, and it came with a bunch of washers and bushings. I need to look into it and see what all I got to install in there. But I got a kit with this rubber boot on the end here, and there's also a rubber boot that goes here, but this has to come off to get that off. So thought I would go ahead and see if this will press off. This is not, I tried using a ball joint separator. There you go. As you can see, it's very tight. There was no using any kind of ball joint tool on it though. It's by the way it popped out of there. So yeah, there it is out of there, and here is the rubber piece, which feels like a hard plastic now. So the next thing I'm going to do is do that, and like I predicted, I will not get this together by the weekend. So this video will be showing little clips here and there on through the week. Okay, here is, I don't know if you can see up here. Here is what came when I ordered the power steering boot. You get two bushings. These two guys right here, those are the spacers that go on the outside of the bushings, and they go through the actual holder bolted to the frame. And I'm dropping stuff. Grab my cylinder here. Just wanted to show you, these guys go right here. Actually, it goes, well, the rubber boot goes on there. This goes like that. That goes there. And then this goes through the bracket, which is bolted to the frame. And then this will go on the other side. And that right there. And you got a clip for this side of the boot right here. So we got that. That came in a separate kit. Here's the kit to come with this boot, which goes on that end, as you can see. And here's all the stuff to come with this little kit. I have never done this to these type cylinders before, so I'm going to take this apart, stick this thing in a vise, take it apart, and anything I see that's in there that comes in this kit, I'll replace. And that's pretty much all I can do. Basically, it's just a seal kit for everything. Like I said, I've never been inside of one of these, so we get to learn something new on this little job. And like I said before, all I wanted to do to begin with was to replace a hose, but this whole assembly had to come out because my hoses were wrong, and I explained that earlier in the video. So let's get this thing in the vise and we'll start tearing it down. I'm sure this video will be broken down in 2, maybe 3 parts now. Okay, time to tear it apart. If we mess it up, we can always buy a new one, right? This clamp here, I got a new one. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. I don't know the actual name of this clamp. It's like a crimp clamp, I guess. You have to crimp it. I think I have a tool to do it with. Actually, it's an old fencing tool. So, we'll see. I'm going to find me a screwdriver. Get underneath this old dry hulking rubber boot. And I guess I'll probably have to tear it up to get it off. Like I said, we're learning as we go on this one. But it can't be too awful bad. This thing's so done turned hard, so we might as well just tear it up. We got a new one. And you can get new or maybe possibly rebuilt cylinders for this. Wow, look at that. I don't see anything in there. I'd be willing to bet all that other stuff, the little seals, go on this end. I need a light. I don't have my light out here with me. But, yeah, there's nothing to take apart on this end. So, there is a rubber seal right here. No, that's not a seal. It's welded. It looked like a rubber seal. So really on this end, all there is to do is put this on, clamp it. Now there's nothing to take apart here, so that part's easy. All that other stuff are new seals to go in there, and we got them. We might as well rebuild them. I don't remember any major leaks coming out of this till the hose actually blew, but once we got it apart, I mean, this is an original 1968 cylinder, never been apart that I know of. I bought this car in 1983, and this power steering cylinder has been with it ever since. So what I need to do is put a little grease or something on there. How's about power steering fluid? We know that can't hurt it. Let's see if that helps it slide on a little easier here. Not using a lot. Grease or Vaseline would probably work better, but as long as this gets it on, who cares? I don't know if my head's in the way or not, but I had to get it down there. It's a good tight fit. At least we know it won't leak. Yeah, that fit pretty good. That part's going to be easy. Oops, guess what? No, that's not going to work either. I got to take that back off. Let's hope that comes off easier than the old one. Okay, yeah, there we go. No big deal that I forgot that. It might not go on as easy with this clamp now. Let's try it this way. Go ahead and get that off of there. Slide it as far as we can without the clamp. Thing is, can I get the clamp over it now? No, I can't. You gotta do it the hard way. We will, third time's a charm. We will hopefully get this. Okay. And it's wanting to. This is not for the impatient, I will tell you that. Let's see if that helps. Push that stud that away. Make it more of a straight shot on there. And it popped off again. It's not going to be easy. Just trying to pop off the actual boot again. Well, let's try something. Let's go ahead and pop it on and see if we... I don't think it's gonna... We'll be able to get the clamp on the actual boot. It's not good for the heel of the hand. Wow. Not an easy task. And the thing is, it's got to be on there. I don't see any way around it. It's got to stay on there as it slides around. We definitely don't want to clamp it tighter. I wonder if I could spread it open more. Don't know about that. Let's do that again. At least that's good and tight. So they cut my boot. Actually, I'm on the clamp. Ooh, this is not fun. I think I need to, maybe if I put this in the vise, I need to swivel my vise around too, but I don't feel like it. It goes more fluid. This is one of those parts, no matter if you drain it for days, it's still going to leak fluid as you work with it. That's a pretty thick cylinder. I'm not going to squeeze it too tight, but it's pretty darn thick. It's kind of hard to squeeze it too tight and bend it. So, in case you were wondering about that. This, I'm sure there's a trick to this that I don't know. Maybe I should heat this boot up with like a hair dryer or something. Something I'm thinking about doing. That would make it a lot more flexible. Get some heat in it. Ooh, that is not fun. And once it gets past that point, we're good. You know what? Go pause the camera. I'm going to try the hair dryer. Okay, I've been holding it on there for a while. I got out some Vaseline, lubed this up, put some more here because it's kind of melted the Vaseline with the hair dryer. See what this does. I have another idea. I don't know. This will make it better or worse. Get it past that. Let's see. Well, I think that's the way to do it. I hope, if I can get the clamp on. Okay. That made a huge difference, like I said, if I can get the clamp where I want it. I really don't want to squeeze that too tight. Thing is, the clamp needs to be there. I'm tempted to find me a hose clamp that size. That would make it much easier. This side needs to go way down. This might not be the proper way to do it, but as of right now, it's the only way I can think of to make it work. Okay, now it's on there. The problem we have, this clamp needs to be down there. Just getting your screwdriver. If I hurt this clamp, I don't know if I really care. I think I will find something else. As tight as it is, I bet you a steel zip tie, which I think I may have some laying around, would work just as well, because I don't think that this thing is going anywhere. We're kind of beating it up and everything else. Hang on a minute. Okay, we got it on, beat it up a little bit, and it is so tight that I'm not even going to crimp it. As you can see, it's spread it apart so wide I couldn't even get a crimping tool on it. So I don't think it's going anywhere. It'll be fine like it is. So next thing we're going to explore here is there's a snap ring down in here, which I see in the kit. So that tells me a lot of this stuff, which you can't see right now. Let me put it in my hand. Here's everything that I showed you before that came with the kit, which contained this boot we just put on. Not the rubber sleeve boot, but all this stuff goes in that end. I see a snap ring in there. I already see this piece on the surface there, and I'm sure there's some rubber seals and all that. So hopefully we can at least get that out tonight. This stuff right here also came with this, but I think those are actually the same bushings that come with this rubber boot, so I got spares of these. So we'll just leave all this here though, and let's see if we can get this snap ring out. I had to dig around for my snap ring pliers. Took me about half hour to find them. These little bitty snap rings are no fun. I guess you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, kind of. Sure, my hands are going to be in the way, but it can't be helped. Wow, it's not going to be easy to get to. I may be better off just digging that out with a screwdriver. Can't seem to get these little bitty pins in the holes. I know I test fitted this on the new one, but the little bitty holes are behind. Let me put my glasses on. My eyesight is not what it used to be, so now I have to get reading glasses when I work on tiny stuff. Probably should get my eyes checked. Maybe I can get that laser surgery crap done. Also need to shine a bright light on top of this so I can see what I'm doing. Oh boy. Trouble with doing this on video is you feel pressure to get it done or get it out faster so you don't use up too much video time. Got a feeling I might be better off getting me a tiny screwdriver, flat one, just taking it out like that, if I had one. And again, we're wasting video time with me digging around for tools. That's the way it goes, I guess. A set of tiny screwdrivers. Ah, here they are. There's got to be a flat blade in here somewhere. Ah, here's a real little bitty one. Cheap little set, but I tell you what, little bitty screwdrivers like that can be real handy sometimes. And I don't care if this snap ring flies out or not, because we have a spare. We have the new one. wants to move. I think I have an idea. Got a scribe somewhere. I think it's still under the car. I drug every tool I own underneath of this car last night trying to get this thing out of here. Here it is. More video time wasted with me looking for tools. Glasses. Stick this little pointy scribe in that hole in the snap ring. If I can pull it down enough to get the screwdriver behind it. This thing is not cooperating very well. Being very stubborn. Oh, almost had it. And I think we got half of it out of the groove. It's just the hardest part, I hope, as long as it doesn't snap back in. I don't know if anything comes flying out of here or not. Who knows? It might. Yeah, if I can get a hold of that with some pliers, my needle nose are also under the car, and I'm going to have to go get them because those aren't going to work. And I just dropped that. Throw that there. And my needle nose under the car. Now, if I can just get the snap ring out, that would make a whole video. There we go, it's out. Now we can finally see what's inside of here. Maybe I'll play around with some fast forwarding on the editing, or maybe I'll just break this up and Angel's after something. Okay, I'm just laying these out in the order that they all come out. Dig all this crud out of here. And I see a seal. There we go. It moved out with it. And it's old and hard, so I'm glad that we went ahead and decided. And just for reference, I may have to go back and watch this video. I'm laying everything face up that faces that away. Now there is another seal. Oh no. If I can do it, I'm probably getting some on the lens, I don't know. We'll see later. There's some sludge in there, I know that. Not sure how I'm going to extract that out of there. There's another seal just like this one. Actually, this one is that, I think. No. This would be, I don't know. They don't look identical, but I guess we'll see later. Maybe I'm screwed, I don't know. Maybe I don't have the right parts for it. That's not going to work. But as hard as those seals are, yeah, they're really hard. Hang on. Yeah, this rubber seal goes in this little plastic piece here. So that's okay. Actually, this is the plastic piece. They even give you that. So there's that. And as far as this rest of this stuff, well, there's a bushing that comes in this kit. And I bet, no, that just goes right here. That's nothing. Which, guess what? I was missing this piece, so I don't think that came off when I took the car apart. But you know what? Okay, there's a little rubber seal here, which I think is this one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try to pick that thing out of there. We're going to tear it up. There's no way around that to get it out. I don't know of any other way to extract it out of there. I don't know if blowing air in one of these will do that or not. I may try that. That may blow it out. I may also get fluid all over the camera, but I guess we could always move the camera. Hang on, we'll do that. Okay, blowing air into it did nothing but make the cylinder go in and out. But we did manage to take the screwdriver right here, and I kind of got it to move around a little bit. What I did, I took a nail, sharpened it to a really small, fine point. And hopefully I can tap a little hole in it and get it out there. And as soon as my disc sander stops shaking the table, we'll try that. Put a hole in it, that's spinning it around. If I get this out, we're going to call this a video. I know I've got quite a bit of time already for a full video. Break it up to a part 2. Makes my upload go a little quicker. I just want to show what I have to do to get this out there. Maybe somebody else has a special tool that I don't know about. Some kind of seal extracting tool, but I don't see how anything could be actually created because you can't really get behind it. Unless there's some trick to getting this rod out of here. I'm not sure about that. We got to get it out now because we got it all beat up. Sure if I keep, and I'm pretty sure I'm not hurting the surface here, seal surface any. It's not super tight in there. It's spinning around. It's just a matter of getting it to come out. Just wanting to cut it in half is what I'm wanting to do so I can get a hold of it with something. Needle nose are not going to get down in there. Hope I got the right one because we're not going to be able to tell by comparing to the old one by the time this comes out of here. Yeah, I'll put my nail. Seriously, that my little bitty screwdriver is going to do anything? Yeah, we broke this little cheap thing. It's Craftsman, or is it a cheap? Yeah, it is Craftsman. Maybe they'll replace it. It came in a whole kit though. I don't know if they had that little bitty screwdriver separate or not. Oh, I wonder what kind of comments will get on this. You're tearing it up, you're tearing it up. And I won't approve of. Okay, it's getting looser. Basically, that's all you can, only way I can think of to get it out is to keep beating it, bending it, without getting rough with the actual steel part of the cylinder. It's getting looser and looser though. There's just really nothing that I have that can get in there and grab a hold of it. I was just hoping to get that nail hooked into it and pry it out like that. Yeah, talking about the comments, all you guys hear me talk about bad comments, I don't get a lot, like I said before, but you never really see them, in case you're wondering about that. I finally set my comments where I have to approve them first. Some people may not like that. They want to give their opinion, whether it's polite or not. But one reason I do it Number one, I don't really have time for nonsense. Number two, someone else may chime in, maybe in defense of me, or maybe just disagreeing with them, and then I don't want a bunch of arguments in the comment section under my video. So that's why I do the comment approval setting, where I have to approve any comment before anyone sees it. I don't like drama. I have to deal with a lot of drama at work. Here's part of it. Alright. While I was talking, I was unknowingly getting it out. There we go. But anyway, I have to deal with a lot of drama at work. And this is my sanctuary away from that. Filling with my old cars, making videos. And I don't want that to be part of this. Hope that makes sense. But anyway, okay, I'm seeing something else, which is probably this right here. If I can get all that out, we'll call this a video. I bet this video's... there's my cheap little screwdriver that broke. I bet this video is probably longer than I want it to be already. If you remember, I think originally we was just going to put some hoses on this thing. And a rubber boot. I didn't really realize I got a rebuild kit. This is some kind of a piece. I don't think I have a magnet small enough to get in there. Unless I can do something like this. Let's see. There's a screwdriver. Stick my magnet on here. Let's see if I can keep it from sticking to everything else. I don't even know if what that is in there is magnetized or not. Sometimes you get the catch, but that's not going to do it. Okay, I'm going to pause the camera again, see if we get this out. I think I figured out a way. I wanted to turn the camera back on and show you how I did it. I almost had it out. Roll this in there. It's almost coming. I don't know how much I'm getting on the lens there. Hopefully nothing. Okay, let's try the magnet trick with a longer screwdriver. I want it to be a flat blade. The reason I want a longer screwdriver so my magnet is hopefully not sticking to anything else. Try that and this. It's not very powerful of a magnet and stuff on there like this. There it goes. I just wanted to show you how I did that. And that piece, that is that piece, but it's showing, no, it's got the same groove. Okay, well, and you can't see what I'm doing. I'm not going to move the camera. But I think, well, now I see another seal. Let's see. Should I take it out? Because I don't know. Okay, I know that. Let's move the camera so you see what the hell I'm doing. I know this goes here. And I guess, okay, here we go. Yeah, this little rubber seal goes in there. That's how that is. Of course, we got that. That's easy enough. And I just pulled this out. And this, pretty sure is that seal. Looks like there's another seal that I am afraid to mess with because I don't have another seal in this kit. So you know what? We're going to leave that seal alone. I think that would be a good idea. So, thing is, I have to watch this video. I'm pretty sure this went in that face up. Okay, that's... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and call it a part 1. So I just want to show you down in there. I don't know how well you can see, but there is... Camera isn't focusing very well. There is another seal, and as you can see, here's the last seal that was hardest to get out. And there is, I'm pretty sure that is it. Here's this seal. It's just this plastic cup with a little rubber O-ring in it. And I don't see any other seals that came in this kit. Nope, wait, here it is. There is another seal. So, okay, we got to get that seal out. And I think that's everything. That's all that shows in the kit. So, yes, we do have that seal. I'm not going to film that because we've already got enough time in this video. But anyway, this is part 1 of, I guess we're going to call it 68 Torino power steering hose and cylinder rebuild. That's pretty much all there is to rebuilding it without cutting that open and doing something to it. But we're not going to do that. Okay, yeah, and it's not loose, so that's a good cylinder. So it worked. We just blew a hose. Anyway, this is part 1, and thanks for watching. There will be a part 2 to this.